I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of these doodah streams. Hope you're having a marvellous day today. We have just gotten off of the Twitches and we thought we'd come here, go through 3 of Amber's more recent videos, and I know, Where's Twinkie, and also a TikTok, which it might be the very first thing I show you actually. You know, actually is the first thing I'm going to show you because I'm a dick and I want to go through that. But first of all, let's go to the chat. I had a hiccup. That's nice. Hello, Bookworm Addict, Xylee, the Alexandria. Hello, William Irvine. Hello, Laura Hertzman. Hello, Verity, Juniper, Rebel Storm, Cat, Dessa. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's having a marvellous day. Sorry you're blocked on her TikTok. Thirst Talk, as we should call it. I could pull up her TikTok, couldn't I? Yeah, let's go with that. I'll pull up her TikTok as well, because I think it's important to have it. Oh no, she's only uploaded one recently, so it's not done as well as her previous ones. I think her, quote, creativity... I'll show you in a second, actually. I'll show you now. Here, yes. Right, here is a TikTok. I have one for Not Worth a Cork, just so you know. See, I haven't uploaded her in ages. But yeah, I recently uploaded this one, and I'm not going to... Actually, if I mute the browser... This is the one, right? And there's a reason I want to show it to you, because I hate this quaint, coy thing of... Oh, hi, Moromoth. Hello, Celestial Rogue. Hi, Yemps. German. Hi, Julie Bean. Hope you're well. I doubt we'll hear anything about Rarity. But in this, she does some lip-syncing crap and looking to the side and looking sensual, but you're 500 plus pounds, there is nothing remotely attractive about you. Exhibit A on the screen now for you to observe. Okay, I don't want to see all this. It's not attractive. Oh look, I look to the side and pull my hair. Oh my god, I'm in my early 30s and I still rock pigtails. My forehead's getting bigger. Oh my god. She must be either, as I said in the chat, in heat, or she's got a new girlfriend, which I could believe is the case. FYI, nothing hot about this, and I have to get off the screen because YouTube will probably get me into trouble and accuse me of sexual promotion, bleh. Right? Anxiety, I'm very sorry about your curiosity. Very, very sorry, in fact. Now, I covered this video, or most of it, during the week, and I criticised her for what she was showing, the underwear especially, because we all know the only reason she's been showing us her underwear is because she's advertising for a new skank, isn't she? Skanklin Reed is at it again, guys, girls, everyone else. Fam. She's definitely got another wifey on the go. We all know, she's not coy about it at all. She's not. She's just trying desperately to separate them. But thing is, when you're Amber and you're known as well as she is, apparently, let's face it here, she could be being trolled in the same sense of Chris Chan being trolled. And she has been in the past. I can see it getting worse if she doesn't actually find someone to settle down with, but for her to truly settle down with, she's got to grow up. Something which she doesn't know how to do. I say this as somebody who himself has not really grown up much. Hi Jackie, hope you're well. Hi Miss Sparkles, hope you're well as well. Note any mispronounced words. We'll get to it. Don't you worry. Never falling for it. Not interested. Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I don't find £500 attractive unless it's money, not weight of money. Currency, thank you. Imperial credits, you're welcome. We're going to go through this, and this, and I've already sped them up. There will be ads, I'm sure, but we've got them ready. We'll go to this one first, which is this one right here. As you can tell, low effort thumbnails. By the way, when she actually made a thumbnail, this one here, it's 480p. Fam, you use an iPhone. You can do the picture, and it could be 4K. You really can, by the way. Just save it as JPEG. That's all you have to do. Not PNG. PNG's too high resolution for YouTube, apparently. She's a oh, I missed the joke. Yeah, I'm terrible with jokes in text form. To the comments, 3K downvotes, by the way. 33,000 views. That's another thing to point out. Her views are now, look at that, mostly creeping into the 30s. That's not a good look. She's desperately going down here, and she knows it. How stupid. If my views had tanked to the level hers has, over time, lost as much in percentage as she has, I would be worried. Not because of bottom line, but because this is my job. It's what, to be honest, that's one of the reasons I stream more on the main channel as well. Because this is my job. And it sounds really grifter-like, but I earn more money from streaming than I do from videos. So I should stream more, right? Because you lovely folks donate, basically. That's pretty much it. But the point is, Amber needs to be more active. But look at her. She's not active. She's nonsense, isn't she? Anyway, to the comments. Take us swimming, or to a pool class, or to an art class, to volunteer with you at an animal shelter or homeless shelter, or to the food bank, to a makeup class. I would love if you changed up a bit and did something different once a month. I'd say do that once a week. No lie. Amber doing something would actually be content. Mama doesn't say anything because she let you down in the past and is now enabling you. Yet, guilt eats people up in very odd ways, doesn't it? Same story, different day. I find it highly unlikely that none of your past doctors have checked your thyroid levels. I agree with this because it would be one thing they would observe, note... Why's my chat vanished entirely? Let's try again. There we go. Hi, Yin Yang, Twin Wolves, and anyone else I've missed. And the final comment, 1,200 calories a day, down 26 pounds, 15 to go. Thanks for the motivation. Terminally Ella official smashed it. Congratulations. I don't think you'd ever see this, but if you do, I don't recommend 1,200 to sustain for much longer, just to be clear, because it's dangerous. But you're smashing it, and you should be very proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I am anyway. Right, to the video. Let us observe.
Hello, welcome to
I hate your intros.
another weekly weigh-in. So let's get into the
Oh, I can't wait for the third video because I know what you've done with your weigh-ins. It's even funnier.
5 questions. What kind of coping skills
Okay, I'm going to read this for you. What kind of coping skills are you using during this time where you want to overeat? Chat. What kind of coping skills does Amber use during times where she wants to overeat? I'll start by eating even more! Because she's Amber. I've got you guys. You're welcome. Overeat. Yeah, overeat. Exactly. None. She has no skills. She'll claim now. And by the way, these questions are 100% written by her. No one's asking this.
are you using during times where you want to overeat? So there's a few that I use, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't.
Well, they mostly don't work then because you gained weight every week for the past how many months now? I'm not intentionally trying to lose weight, but I've lost more weight than you in the same amount of time you've been going up. And I'm not trying to lose weight. I just have. It's called calorie counting.
All about practice. So sometimes I set an alarm for about 10 minutes and I kind of just like sit with the feeling, and sometimes it passes. I journal about how I'm feeling to figure out like why do I want to overeat.
How about this? Instead of using yourself to claim you introspect, because we know you don't, your version of journaling is actually just writing notes in little pamphlets you get, leaflets from takeaways. You just go, hectic, hecticana, this one slaps. But you put the inflection in there as well.
Because usually there's like an underlining reason. It's not just like, oh, I love to eat.
You're super morbidly obese, that's the reason. You're welcome, I helped you out here. Hi, Sarah, I'm very well, thank you. Throw chocolate at Meg. I do need chocolate. I haven't got any. It's kind of hecticana. I've only got a bottle of whiskey that I haven't opened yet, and 3 opal fruits, which are sweets. I'm not eating those because I'll get told off for mouth breathing. Hi, Alana. Hope you're well today.
For me, there's definitely something underlining, and sometimes journaling about that distracts
The underlining. There's no underlining here, Amber, unless that line is made with cholesterol.
me, and it helps me be like, wow, I actually don't think I need food. I distract.
But Amber, you're over 500 pounds. You can't think like this if you can't put it into practice. You're creeping up on your mid-30s, and you still have not lost anything. Fam, don't try me. If you're snoring, my dogs are having a jolly good... Well, one of them is having a jolly good snore next to me.
Myself with things that make me happy, like my fur babies. I watch something on YouTube. I watch a TV show. I do my Legos, things like that. Sometimes
You should show everyone that. That's what you should do. Go to the coffee. Yeah, indeed, my chocolate is dangerously low, and I'm going to Norwich next week, so any support on coffee would be greatly appreciated. Hershey's chocolate will allow it. When I will admit I do like to eat. I distract myself with music. I play music. I play video games. I build things on Instagram that I've been posting pictures of. I've recently bought a model kit for a Mercedes 300 SLR. Gull wing doors, very excited. And after I painted some gnomes, I'm going to build it, because, yes, I might put some lights in it. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? You know, we distract ourselves, yes. And if I was you, a vlogger, people would see these things beyond just Instagram pictures. Although, with the building stuff I do, like the Warhammer and other model kits, I actually upload about 10 pictures per project showing the stage of development from beginning to end. Yeah, make it yourself, Ziley. I'm with you on that as well. And you have chocolate. Well done, bitch. Saving my chocolate, my phone, and watch telling me I'll begin attending the... Ooh. But it's understandable to want to save that for more relevant times of the month.
I will literally remove myself from wherever I'm at. I also
Doubt.
do this when I get extremely anxious, and sometimes it
Yeah, that's probably because of pressure put on your chest from the weight.
also helps then too. So for an example, say I'm just sitting in my living room, and all of a sudden...
Like you are every single day, then doing nothing. Like now, in fact.
I just have this overwhelming urge to order DoorDash. Sometimes...
Overwhelming urge, is it? Is that what we're calling it now? Okay.
I'll literally just like stand up and remove myself. I'll like go in the kitchen, clean a couple dishes, or I'll just be like, hey Twinkie, do you want to go outside?
You don't clean dishes, you use paper plates and plastic sporks so you can throw it all away without having to wash up. You barely do anything, Amber. The only thing you could do would be to store plates on your shelf butt.
Or I'll go into my room, like I'll
Waddle, but yes.
literally just remove myself. These things are definitely easier said than done. You just have to be kind to yourself and patient, and it's like that muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Just a quick thing before we ask that question. You are 500 pounds, Amber. You can't answer these questions with any level of intellectual honesty. You can't. It's not physically possible because you are a massive 10+ year on this platform failure. By the way, I've been here 10 years. Thanks to your kind generosity, I have a beautiful 10-year-old single malt next to me. It's a celebratory thing. Thank you. When was the time she brushed her hair? I think I've brushed my hair more recently than she has. And that's not a joke. I think I have. Right? I hate the font. It's better than Comic Sans, I'll give her that at least. Although I don't like where the Y's are positioned. Question next, though. Can someone Photoshop Amber as Kim Kardashian? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do you watch healthy eating content? Because sometimes she likes to be jealous. She thinks that healthy eating content... She'll give a nicer answer to this, but actually, healthy eating content to her are her nemesis, and therefore are boxed in with the whole haters of the world. Although they don't cover Amber, thankfully, yet.
Why do you watch healthy eating content? So it's not something that I like search out, but if it pops up,
yeah, you do.
And I happen to see it, and I don't skip through it.
It's self-loathing, yeah, it's that.
Healthier. Like, I love a good meal idea. I need inspiration in that area. Does Mama Lynn ever discourage you from making bad food choices?
The answer to this will be a resounding no, because you are a 30-plus-year-old woman. You make your decisions, and you've been doing it since you were, a teenager. But you genuinely believe you're always right, which is why you've gone up 200 pounds as a creator since starting. Like, fam, your contribution to the online space is laughter and ridicule. And the only thing you've benefited from is the AdSense program. Because you've made enough to put on 200 pounds.
No, because I think she also understands. She does sometimes try to encourage me to, cook more instead of ordering takeout as much.
But we know you. You present yourself as this calm and reasonable person. But we all know, because of what Becca said, what Destiny has said, you're a horrible, horrible snack. You really are. Why didn't you know you had hypothyroidism in the past? Now, this is where we get to the comment. The doctor should have known this sooner. She should be tested for everything, to be honest, at this point. Has her own gravity. She has her own gravity. Well, she does. She does. Hi, by the way. I know from first hand. I'm very sorry, by the way.
Why didn't you know you had hyperthyroidism in the past? So usually your doctor decides what labs they want done based on the things that you guys talk about. That appointment was very hyper-focused on weight loss because I was talking to him about Zepbound. And I was telling him about how difficult it was for me to lose weight. He knows about my lipedema.
Blah, 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 prove it. I'm going to say this verbatim. She's Nibbler from Futurama. It might be. Unless you, Amber, show us your medical portal and prove your diagnoses, I'm not going to believe you. I'm just going to believe your legs are South Park drawn. Based on how you waddle. Okay? I don't believe you have any of them. I don't believe it until I see irrefutable proof on a live stream where you go to the page, refresh the page, interact with the page. I do not believe you. I'm sorry. I can't believe you anymore because you just reel off. And by the way, just give this a moment here. Now you've got depression, anxiety like Zolofts, and you've got the hypothyroidism as well. You're going to add this to your ever-growing list of names. Names. Right? If you're a Warhammer guy, you'll get this. A custody of the Emperor, has names engraved on the inside of their armour, and each campaign they partake in, they get a new name. With her, though, it's every single sodding problem that comes up, and there'll be more as she gets older, it's added to the Amber name. I agree, doesn't matter. Then she waddle. I do not claim her. Actually, I would not either. But the point is, you... I get that, that's good. You, Amber, cannot prove you have any of this. You just tell us about it. This is Dear Diary bullcrap. You journal in your free time. Journal this instead and go make some actual content. How about that? Your best content came when you just sat in front of a camera eating. That's your best content. Okay? This, you talking, turns out nothing good goes out of your mouth. It's just funny watching stuff go in. You should go around the country doing food challenges like Beard Meets Food. That's what you should do. You'd do well at it as well.
My lymphedema, my menopause, hysterectomy, etc., etc. He knows about all that, but he was like, when's the last time you've had your thyroid checked? And I was like, when I was 15, because that is the last time. And when I had it checked when I was 15, it was fine. And he was like, oh,
she does.
You should probably check that.
She does.
So that's the only reason why we checked it. And turns out, hypothyroidism. Why do you look at yourself?
Why do you look at yourself when you're eating on camera? Because she's vain, self-conscious. Because she's got megalomania. And right, she's got BPD, yeah? Borderline, is that the one? Yeah, borderline person. I honestly believe she'll one day say she's got narcissistic personality, whatever, as well. I honestly think she will. Hysterectomy. Yeah, I dragonflies, I kind of don't believe her either at this point. Bipolar, right, okay. What if didn't she say borderline? She's bipolar. She's contradicted so many times now, I can't be arsed. Prove you've got them or shut up. And by the way, having these, deal with them. Deal with them and go make some bloody videos. Do something for a change. Because all you do is complain about things holding you back, but then you don't do anything to help yourself. Thusser.
When you're eating on camera. So I think it's just a natural habit that us YouTubers have. I don't like watching
Nope.
myself eat. It's nothing weird like that. It's kind of just like, where should our eyes go? So
I can make a suggestion, but you won't like it. It involves taking your eyes and looking in the direction of the nearest gym.
So let's talk about the goals that I had last week. It was to keep
Ew.
a food journal and to take my medication. And I did.
But hang on, no. A couple of weeks ago, you said you were going to quit food journaling because it was giving you anxiety counting the calories. It was too, and I'll quote you, triggering! Which it isn't. It's just you being a smeghead. Let's face it, you have to be a smeghead to be that sensitive. Yeah, I don't believe, I don't trust her at all, Kat. So prove the diagnoses or you're just lying. Hi, Lotus
both of those
Page.
things. I noticed that keeping a food journal, I do eat a little bit more than like my body feels, because I'm telling you at night, I'm like, oh my god, why am I so hungry? Blah blah blah. I was able to look at my.
Is it tragic that you're laying in bed and the only thing you're thinking of is food? Because that's a worry, isn't it? Yeah. I would say it shows on your face, but the only way I can tell is the fact your hairline's receding.
Journal and be like, well, you kind of ate a decent amount, so why are you
Not by much, though, let's face it.
hungry, Amberlynn? But if it wasn't for me having the journal, I wouldn't have had that answer. In my brain, I would have been like, maybe I didn't eat much today. Let's have something else. So it was.
Show us the food journal, Amber. Show me your food journal. Show me that. I dare you.
Nice to have that awareness throughout the week. And then taking my meds on time and when I'm supposed to has been really easy because I got a pill organizer. So my goals for
Yeah, weird flex, but okay.
this week is 1, keep up with the medicine, and 2, start using my Owala water bottle. So I finally drank the rest of my actual like plastic water bottles that you buy at the store, and I bought a reusable water bottle that I can use. And
Yeah, I saw it in the video and I don't care.
so I've been drinking 2 water bottles a day, sometimes 3, but usually 2. And that's about 30
About 1 litre to a litre and a half.
ounces of water. But my Owala is 40 ounces. So my goal is literally just to drink 1 of those a day and then eventually move on to 2. Now I'm going to talk about how my week went. So some days were better than others because the beginning of this week, I was having a lot of mental health. I have been having a lot of mental health days that have been really.
Don't care. Just going to say, we adults, I'm not asking for your medical health history here, guys. Press 1 in the chat if you've had a day that just felt down, right? Just not a great day. Yeah? You just didn't feel your best, right? Because I have a follow-up question. Okay, so we're getting all ones here. Perfect. Now tell me, press 1 if you got on with your day regardless, because that's what you have to do. Press 2 if you allowed it to control you. Come on, let's see it. There we go. Yeah. So, as it turns out, we just... Hi, Shirk. We just crack on. Alright? I have days like that. And it happens. Everyone does. But we adults don't care. Because we get on with it. No dig at Yin Yang, by the way. Not a dig at you. A dig at Amber, because she uses this for content. That's her version of it. Right? Your version of content is to tell us, but my mentals, guys, are kind of hecticana. They're not like lit or anything.
Low, and I have been like catching myself not really caring about the food that I'm putting in my mouth. Yeah.
So that's every day then, because there's no way you get to that size and enjoy food that much.
Yes, I am trying harder. Yes, I'm also adding healthier foods to my diet, but there are
Doubt.
some days where I definitely emotionally ate. So if I am being quite frank with you guys, I'm noticing that I'm not being as transparent or as vulnerable or as open as I would like to be.
Okay. I'm eating an opal fruit. I just want you to know this. There's a few points here that need to be addressed. I'm going to stop eating now. Okay. You are not telling us everything. You're not opening up or being vulnerable because everything you present is a lie. This is a lie. This is not the real Amber. The real Amber is pure evil. You are that. You've always been that. Okay, Amber? You are evil. To yourself and to everyone around you. You are poison. You're not the fun kind either. You're just poison. Okay? So no, you're not transparent, you're not vulnerable, because you have nothing to be transparent about, because every time you pretend to share, you then say to us, well, it's too triggering, so I'm going to stop now. You're not vulnerable because you think vulnerable is just you standing there crying while your cat is missing, thinking that that means you're doing something and you care. But the moment you leave Wisconsin, you're fine. You are not anything because you don't want to be. You are evil. Simple as that. And yes, where's Rarity, you silly biatch?
In my weigh-in videos or my what I ate today videos, there are things that I want to say, there are things that I want to talk about,
Then do it.
but I'm not. I have the biggest wall up, like literally, it is.
No, you don't. A wall up is a person who genuinely doesn't share how they feel. I'll give you an example. So, in 2017, I was sat in Discord VC and I was having horrendous anxiety. I've not had it ever since, because the next day I was diagnosed with depression, which was great. At no point did I ever talk about with the people on Discord the issue. They just knew I had anxiety issues. That's all they knew. I didn't want to share, and they didn't ask. My doctor didn't either, to be clear. He just let me deal with it and gave me the help I needed. A wall up is knowing it's there and still getting on with things. Yours is a claim of a wall existing, but actually it's entirely because you know damn well when you tell us, we're going to say citation needed. Prove it. Okay? And I'm not trying to flex my own life, right? I'm not trying to. I'm just showing that there is such thing as an actual wall, and then there's what you think a wall is. You're an entitled snowflake. That's what you are. You are a quintessential millennial. That's what you are, Amber. Okay? Everything, your entire life is just this internalized fantasy. There's nothing real about what you are. What you present to be, anyway. The real you, I could believe the real you takes a wig off at night.
It is made of the toughest brick you've ever been able to like get your hands on. It is made of metal. It is 1,000,000 feet high and 1,000,000
Bitch, don't try me.
feet wide. Like, you can't get past it. And I genuinely
I reckon, no lie, Amber, I reckon a few of us could get under your skin very quickly. And it wouldn't take long because of that to get you angry, which means you would overshare. But then I'd say, just to be clear, you were on an episode of Long Cow Live briefly, and like Chantel when she was on, you're a bit of a tryhard, which means you will share. You have to share. You let your guard down. People like Christina would ruin you in minutes. You would have to give up instantly. You can't control people, and that's your issue. By the way, you're on your own most of the time. You're a Billy No Mates loner. Like, you have nothing. Don't think of yourself as strong or independent. No. Us loner types, right? No. Most of us want people around us, and you do too. But you're just insufferable enough that no one wants you there. You were the kid that wasn't invited to birthday parties because no one liked you. Okay?
genuinely think it's because of all the backlash that I receive. My issues
Ha! That's it. Blame everyone else.
with my weight, my struggles with food, my issues with my mental health, and my struggles
Well, then, you know what would help it, Amber? I know it's an overly complicated thing, but it's cold. I can't help myself. It's because she lives on her own. All she does is exist here. Like, you've built this life yourself, and what do you blame? The haters. Like, I'm sorry. You make every excuse. If you want to improve your life, you've got to live a better one. And the quintessential problem, the crux of the problem with Amber, is that she just can't stop lying. Can you imagine if she somehow got to 40 and was still doing this? Honestly, at 40, she would still be this mess. It would be horrendous. And she won't do therapy, sadly, because she'll never be able to actually get through it. She won't listen to anyone.
with.
I don't know who's worse, Amber with her lies or pre-weight loss Tammy Slatton. Pre-weight loss Tammy Slatton was horrible. But she was openly horrible, right? Or this version of Amber now. Because this version of Amber is like
how that reflects in my food, whether it be due to trauma or just issues that I have in general, it is not perceived in the way that it should be. People are too harsh, too mean, too cruel, and it's pushing me away without a doubt.
Try this then. You're overweight because of your own choices and decisions. You are overweight because you don't look after yourself, because you don't prioritize yourself, because you pay too much attention to those that hate you. You don't pay enough attention to what your body actually needs. You know, to live. You make, as I've said multiple times, every excuse for why you can't do something. And who do you blame? Everyone else for it. You can say they're pushing you away, but you're a vlogger and all you do is sit there and recap your day. You don't do anything. I go sip of my water. Hi, Sam. Right. Delicious. Trauma can explain behaviour, but it's never an excuse. I agree, Sam, by the way. And I'm sorry, by the way, about you having depression since you were 12. I really am sorry about that. I do the best I can. And I think anyone does with any issue they have. And I agree, Aaron Wen, but I can't air that. I can't say that live.
So
Tammy does look miserable. She does, but she's in a better space now mentally than she was back then. That version of Tammy back then was horror.
Thinking about stopping the weigh-in videos, and I'm thinking about stopping the What I Ate Today videos.
Ha! Ha! So we're not going to get the back 9 then. For those who don't know, back 9 is reference to the final 9 episodes that are usually requested by a TV network for a TV show that runs for 22 episodes. If by the time you got to episode 13 you haven't had the back 9 ordered, your show's been cancelled. Amber is just getting close enough to like the episode 13. She's on episode 10 here on the way-in, and she's already considering quitting. I knew she would.
It's something that I truly have to think about and decide, because I need to protect the little bit of sanity that I do have. I'm just not met with kindness in an area of my life that is not impacting anyone besides myself.
Is that because you make content that's exclusively there to fluff your ego? Because I can believe that's the case. Try and make and blame anything or anyone you like, but this will never change because you won't change. If you really want to start leading by example and doing better, do things. Your views going down should be an indicator of just how bad things are for you, right? There's enough infighting with the community against you and Chantel, enough as it is right now. Especially with Chantel. But with you, people find you boring. And so no one watches you much anymore. And you know this because your views are horrendous. Although it is only a 6-minute video.
I can't imagine ever
Where's the weigh-in?
being mean to someone or cruel to someone or saying harsh things to someone. That
There are many a washcloth in this world that has sadly passed away due to you and your rooty tooty, shelf-leveled, stinky booty. That would beg to differ. And I'm just going to say, don't try me, right, with this try and be nice, you don't say anything harsh. Beck has already proven that wrong. Oh yeah, the last 5 seconds, and we're near it as well.
is just simply struggling and documenting that online. Regardless, let's get into the actual weigh-in. So last week, I was 516.0.
Okay. You're on track for halftime heifer. 516.0, guys. Look at the happiness in her eyes.
And this week, I'm 513.8, so I'm down
2.2? Or 3.2? No, 2.2. Yeah.
2.2 pounds. I'm not...
Congratulations. You took a big number 2 and dropped 2.2. I'm so proud of you. Don't worry, though. We'll get to the rest of this soon. I don't care. Here we go. A Let's Talk video. We're going to go to this next. I've sped it up, of course. And top comments. I feel like every episode is the exact same. Girl is running out of stuff to talk about. Yep. Instead of doing a what I eat in a day, do a how I move today and record. I actually think that's a good idea. Why can't you just post about going to the zoo or something? Yep. Having childhood trauma doesn't justify being a terrible person. And will you address claiming your thyroid wasn't checked since you were 15? Lots of proof from you that information isn't true. Now, I had heard that actually she's spoken about her thyroid in many of her older vlogs with like Destiny and Beck, formerly then Becky. Now, It painfully she is. I thought I'd bring her over here because I get views on the main channel talking about her, and I thought it'd be hilarious to do a stream here on the Silly Bish. Ooh, I need to watch that later. I want to see car lift. Anyway.
Hello, welcome to another Let's Talk video. Let's get right into...
By the way, just a thing. This video has a horrible new intro. I don't see it here at the start, but we might have one. I hate the new intro, by the way. It's terrible.
And sour. Boris W8B said, "We love you." And I love you guys too. Planet Tivoli said, "You are the worst person in the world."
I wouldn't say in the world right now. Depends on your political beliefs. Or your faith.
I think that's a bit drastic. Positivity always wins said, "The food journal is so smart. I'm rooting for your health journey, Amberlynn." Thank
Ha! No one else is. Even Amber isn't.
you. I definitely appreciate that. And yes, positivity always wins. Delani2025 said, "Positive thoughts can help you stay on track. Keep the momentum going with the positivity."
Let's keep the momentum going with the positivity, everyone. 517 upvote. 2.8k. 2.8k downvote. I got the vote. Look at that. I've got the power, guys. I've never had the power before. Oh, you don't know how cool that is to me. Ah, this is a good feeling. Wait, it's switched sides. There it is. Much better. 2.8k. You're welcome. Positive actions is... I agree, Sam. Positive doesn't always win. I agree. I've watched enough wrestling to know that's true. Let's carry on.
I thought that was so crazy that these two comments were back to back. It was like the universe was telling me, Amberlynn,
You've got to get yourself some more food.
supporters out there. You have positivity. Keep up the affirmations. Thank you so much, Delani. Cracked.
Affirmation means nothing. It really doesn't. I don't ever seek positivity comments or anything like that because I don't care. Oh, can you leave a comment, Rarity? Oh, here we go. Right, let's go. I'll do it on the Moisky Live channel, where the utter Fraggle Rock is Rarity. You silly sausage eating shelf butt. How's that? Am I on the right account? Right thing still? Yeah, I'm on the right thing. There you go. Comment. I've done it with Moisky Live, so I'm not blocked by this account. So you might see it on the I can't believe I'm sharing this, the truth, blah, blah, blah thing. Right. Intervention Talita. I couldn't agree more. But she'll never listen.
iPod Screen 2007 said, "She's stoned." She's not.
Yeah, but you do take stuff. You can claim you don't, but I know you do. I'm sorry, but there's no way you get through a day without something. Just some CBD on the side.
Alright, you guys, now it is time for Sippin' Community. Why did you quit therapy again? I didn't.
Just a quick thing, right? The cue card between the segments is completely dead audio, and she has a background hum in her main audio, which means it becomes very obvious to me wearing headphones with the dead air how crappily put together this is.
So why aren't you worried about worms and the ice you love from Chick-fil-A? You know it's made with sink water. My anxiety does not pick and choose where it wants to anxiety. When will...
Yeah, it does. Because your anxiety, as you referenced there, is entirely a majority fabrication when it comes to food, from you trying to seem like you're quirky. When really, you're something else. You're filth! You're filth! Filth! You're welcome.
Will we hear the scale speak again? So no matter which way I weigh myself, like, people don't believe it. So I figured, why put in the effort to film that if no one believes it? You recognize Bieber's addiction, but not yours. I definitely do. Girl, what about that filter for the 5-gallon of water? You don't do anything right. So I think you're referring to the fact that I bought a Brita filter and I now have a Walla water bottle. So I have a...
You've gone through so many water bottles in the past. I really couldn't care about this in the slightest. Next.
Today. Alright, you guys, now it is time for the interview.
Apparently it's time for an ad. So... No. Is that the right button? Ha! Look at my hamster! Donate to my coffee. You're welcome. Back on here.
Hi, Amberlynn. I'm wondering if...
By the way, they're all... I swear these are paid by Fiverr or Cameo. Just saying. I drink tap water. Tap water here is a bit heavy on the metal, so I do run it through filters. I would rather use that than always buy bottles, because bottled water is expensive. Although it is on my wish list. My friend David put it there. I thought it would be funny, and no one bought it, so the joke went right over people's heads. I'm very sorry about regulations there, Thunder Rain. I'm very sorry indeed. Head to the bakery and get rolls for supper. Oh, they're donuts at the bakery for me today. I gave them to my sisters.
If you would ever go to church with Mama Lynn again, it seems like she has
She'll burn the moment she steps inside, or used as a sacrifice.
really benefited from that community, and do you think you could also benefit from it? I also just want to say that you're my favorite YouTuber, and I really love your videos.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. And if my mom was going to church and she invited me, of course I would go. But no, I don't think I would benefit from it in the way that you probably think. I like going.
Because church is there. Church is a really interesting community thing. People, I'm not trying to generalize too much. Religious practice as a whole involves a community aspect of it, where people are there together. They exist together. They are friends together. They're neighbours together. They're taught lessons that benefit all. Right? That's the generalized. Amber can't do any of that, because that means fraternizing, and she can't do it because she thinks that religion's against her. She thinks the world's against her. She'll think her haters are there. Sorry, haters are there. She's too paranoid. Her mum is taking her to the gym. Her mum needs to focus on her own, health, quite frankly. I think Amber's a bad habit near her. I think her mum will be better off without Amber as much in her life. I'm sure she felt immense relief when Amber sodded off to frickin' Wisconsin for however long she was there. Yeah, not being selfish, that's another part of it. That's why I forgot to include. There's an aspect of selflessness that is often espoused by many faiths, and you don't have it in you, Amber, to be that. And before you wonder if I mean no offence intended, no, all the offence intended. If you can't be selfless, then you're a terrible person. Simple as that.
Going to support my mom, and yeah, it is very empowering to go to the church that actually my mom goes to sometimes. It's actually the biggest,
You should vlog that one day.
kind of most fascinating church I've ever seen in my life. But I am agnostic, and
What's so diabolical about the poll? It's a great poll, Katie. It's all about helping. I like empowering people by getting the public opinion on what is an...
New donation from Juniper.
Thank you, Juniper, for the donation. I really appreciate that. It's all about making sure people are being encouraged to engage in the discussion and the subject matter for this, so that you, the wonderful people, can see just how stupid she is.
I'm more than likely going to stay that way.
Hi,
Yes, selfish, you're right.
Amberlynn.
Same voice again.
I've been a fan of you forever. I've been watching you for years now.
I'll take lies for 10 points.
And I remember when you had an era where you used to play Fortnite and game a lot, and I was just curious
She can't game to save her life. Okay, Amber is a terrible gamer. Don't try me.
if you would ever start a stream on Twitch or even during
She should. The lazy bish.
members' lives when you would be Fortnite Lynn or Gamer Lynn. Just curious. I would totally watch.
I think I'd rather watch Gamba. Yeah. Twitchber. How about that? She should have a Twitch, and she should stream there. But she won't, because she's lazy. And when she gets desperate and then finally concedes, it'll be too late.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, I've actually thought about it. So I would never go to Twitch. Never really been a Twitch girly. I think I've been to twitch.com maybe once in my life. So if I ever was to do something like...
It's not twitch.com though, Amber. Are you that special? Do you actually know what the URL is for Twitch? Okay. I was not a Twitch person before I joined, right? I actually wasn't. I went because I was told I'd make more money than doing it on YouTube at the time. It was correct. Okay? Oh, thank you, Dragonflies.
New donation from Laura.
And thank you, Laura. Damn, that was two at once. Thank you so much, people. I really appreciate that. Oh, diggity dog. We're rich. Guys, we're eating good tonight. No, okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Dragonflies, I need to like that. Give me a second. I'm just going to go over here. Yeah. And I can... It might go black for a second. Sorry, I need to heart it. There it is. There we go. Sorry. Thank you for that, and thank you, Laura, for the donation of a coffee. I really appreciate that. But you, Amber, it's not Twitch.com, okay? Don't try me, silly bish. You need to focus on doing more. You should always stream on Twitch and YouTube. You use Restream, you silly cow bag. It's not overly complicated, by the way. I use Restream, okay? I was tempted to start doing it with these as well, so they're multi-platforms, because it's an easier way of doing it. But you apparently are beyond lazy. I'm lazy, but you're worse.
That it would definitely be in my members live. And you guys, speaking of video games, I'm so excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. You have no idea.
Shut up. I'm sorry, as a big lifelong fan of Grand Theft Auto from the very beginning, I do not believe you.
Hello, Amber. I'm a long-time viewer, and I'm so happy I got the chance to ask you anything.
Fiverr.
Sorry for any mess-ups. I'm nervous.
Aw.
So,
Yeah, exactly,
first challenge.
Julie Bean.
If you or somebody else was about to write a book about your life, what would be the first and the last line?
The first line. Okay. Challenge, guys. What would be the first line in a book about Amber's life? I can do the last line. It will be rest in peace. That's a bit cruel, I know, but it was the obvious one. AI generated food. Oh, that's too good. Things went very wrong. Yep, that works, Michael. I like that. That's good. Yeah. How I gained 300 pounds in 10 years of weight loss. Eating. I love to eat. First line, Ozempic and Wyatt fails. Last line, and she was... I mean, you can go with Dumbledore dies if you like as well. No, I think rest in peace is best. Starving. I'm telling you, it was kind of hecticana. I was born and the world became... Oh, there you go, Brian. I was born and the world became hecticana. I like that. That's good. That's good, guys. Hi, Artisan. Hope you're well. We're having a marvellous stream today. Laughing at the bullcrap that comes out of her mouth. But let's see her answer.
So
Wow.
that's it.
Oh, hello. Yes, welcome back to another vlog.
Wow. I actually don't know the first line, but I'm telling you, I tried to start a whole book about my life. This was a long time ago, and
It wouldn't sell.
I started writing it. I did one chapter, and I was just bawling. Like the pain, it was just too much for me. So
Because, what, spelling errors? I can help you with that. Grammar? I can help you with that as well.
I actually started it with one of my earliest memories ever, which was super traumatic for me. And this isn't talking bad about my mom. It's my story too.
Yes, it is. Shut up. How starving myself. Indeed. Hi, Hannibal Lin Chen. Hope you're well. And yeah, you're alive again. Oh, sorry, catching a little bit. Yes, you are indeed. Pain of actually getting something done. Okay, so I have some memories of my childhood that I remember from when I was like 2. They're very vivid memories, not vague. I remember them very clearly. And I remember telling my dad these memories, and he remembered them. Because it was just odd little things that happened during my childhood. But I've never sat back. I saw a thing about iDubbbz recently, and I made a video on it. He's become so sensitive to trauma from his life, and he cries about it a lot. I remember getting beaten or smacked by grandparents and by... Yeah, I remember this. Well, not beaten, but like a slap. And it was never... To me, it hurt like hell, but I've never allowed that to dictate the man I am now. To control me, to hurt me. Because I think to myself, I sit back and go, I mean, I'm still here, so I guess we're okay then. Wasn't ideal, I'll give you that. Maybe it's a more pragmatic approach to it. Just an indifference of what it was. Because at the time, obviously, it was agony, but I'm 39. I really don't care. So what would be the first line, Amber?
I just know a lot of people think that I'm talking badly about my mom when I'm just sharing my story from when I was a child, and that's definitely not the case at all. But it was about a time when I was literally 4 years old, and I remember this crisp as ever. I went to this random back alley in some random car, and
Did you shoot some b-ball outside of school and a couple of kids up to no good? started making trouble in the neighborhood? Was that what happened?
Was in the back seat in the middle. My mom came in on this side, and some random guy, never
Shouted you need to go and live with your aunt and uncle in Bel Air?
heard of him before, never seen him before. He came in through the other side on this side, and my mom was like, close your eyes, and then like she covered my eyes, but like I did not close my eyes, and I could still see like down here, and it was my first ever like drug deal. I was like 4 years old. I saw it right in front of me. It was weird. It was sketch. It was scary.
I don't believe a single word you said, Amber. I'm sorry. I checked out.
But that was like my first ever introduction to like the drug world.
Hey, girl.
You know, considering what your life is to stay alive now, your real exposure to the actual drug world is the pharmacy, by the way. And yours in America is one of the biggest cons on the planet. Thank you, insurance companies and doctors, that because of pharmaceutical companies are promoted to, encouraged to, monetarily incentivized to promote new drugs. That is the real drug trade, by the way. That's the legal one. The illegal one is just amusing. The actual drug trade is the Ponzi scheme you morons pay into. I will agree her mother wasn't great, but her using her mother like this, just honestly. Yeah, cope more. And Dragonfly, you didn't say it right when you said Jesus Christ, how tragic her life has been. It's how tragic her life has been. You're welcome.
So, my friend Karen.
Oh my god.
No! Gonna mute that a second, and I'll get through this ad while whoever this is, I don't know who that is, but some chav on my screen is... No, shut up. There we go. I think that's it. My earliest memory, for those who are interested, I'll share mine. The earliest one I remember is I was 2 years old. I remember being in a back garden in Crawley. I lived on a road right next to a dual carriageway, or a very busy main road even going into the town of Crawley. And I remember riding around the back garden at a barbecue on a three-wheel bike, because I was the first to learn to ride two wheels, and that was a few years later in Smallfield. But I remember riding around this little trike and talking to my aunt. That was about it, really. That's the earliest memory I have. And it was a good one, because everyone's enjoying food, and then there's me bumbling around the garden having a whale of a time. You know, I was a couple of years old and just having a laugh. That's that hamster. That is She Who Shall Not Be Named. Sadly, she passed away in 2013. But that was back when I lived in Norwich. It has a poster in the background of Orson, a band I went and saw live. Got the poster at the event. I still have that poster. And on my Xbox 360, where I only played it for Left 4 Dead and Space Marine. I never played it for anything else. But yeah, my earliest memory is that. It was a small garden, ish, but it was fine. I had a great time. I wasn't eating anything at the barbecue because I was 2 years old. The food wasn't for me, you know. But everyone was having a great time, and I was just bumbling around the garden around them. You know, no one really engaged with me that much, but that's the story of my life, really.
And my sister Ilsa have been watching you for years, like actual years.
I don't know how she finds all these people, because there's no way they actually exist. All right.
So hopefully I get picked.
You did.
I know in this last
Because she paid for it.
video that you posted, you said that you were thinking of not posting what I ate today, and
Because what she actually ate today should never show us.
playing videos anymore.
Mm-hmm.
On, I believe it was episode 10. But
Hi, Anonymum. Hope you're well.
is there like a specific video that you love to record?
Yes, all of these, because they're low effort. All she has to do for these videos is vaguely change her hair and change her top. That's all she has to do. She could record all of these in one day and do nothing. Okay? This is literal nonsense. I really don't like the fact that I spend ages editing videos half the time, and I get nowhere near the views she gets, but at the same time, I can be proud of what I've done. She can only be proud that she still has those views-ish to earn enough money to get, by.
I don't know. I just feel like you really enjoy making those videos.
Hi,
And
Ola.
I honestly think you shouldn't really care about what the haters say. You know,
Right.
you should just post them, girl. Bye, love you.
Oh, love you. Actually,
Those purple crowns aren't memberships. Those are a new feature YouTube have introduced. The more you chat, the more you go up in rank on the stream. So Xylee is number 1 at the moment because Xylee has interacted the most on stream. If your name is in green, you're a channel member. But yeah, the crowns are for being more active in the chat. I agree, Thunder Rain. I think you have an audience like that, you're better off. Easy way to stream too. Yeah, she does. And she's random web user, absolutely 100% beyond lazy. Was that obvious enough? I don't know.
I really do love filming any sort of video. A weigh-in, or what I ate today, a vlog, let's talk, Q&A. Like, it doesn't matter.
Nonsense, you sat on your flat shelf butt ass with that, surrounded by cushions on a couch that doesn't have a back, doing nothing. And then the moment the camera goes off, you order takeout.
No matter what type of video it is, I genuinely love it. And it's easier.
Doubt, because you consider quitting some for him. I appreciate that. Katie, that's very sweet of you to say. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy. I mean, I've been here 10 years now, and I'm so proud of that. By the way, not many creators I followed back when I started are still here, but some are, and that's just impressive. Hence why I'm so proud that you guys were so supportive, and I got this rather nice 10-year-old bottle of scotch with me. I haven't opened it. I think I will share it with David or my dad. I don't know when I'm seeing my dad next, but I'd like to share it with them.
Easier said than done. Like,
You're welcome.
trying to ignore the haters. It's just like certain topics are just like, they shouldn't be touched. They shouldn't be messed with. I feel like people are just way too judgmental. And it's like, I get it.
Okay, so chat, are we too judgmental about Amber when she started at 367 pounds and weighs over 510? Over 10, 11 years she's been on YouTube. Okay, when we find out she's taken advantage of people's good graces to wipe her ass on inherited washcloths. When we find out she is actually a genuine mean girl, was bedbound, had to be washed by... I mean, in Content Constable number 3 on you, I suggested a car wash. I bet Beck wish she'd done that now. She, then, they, now. I bet they wish they'd done it, though. Because it would have been so much easier to get those spinning rims, don't you think? Like, is it? Is it judgmental at that point? And the answer is, according to my chat, well, imagine my shock.
Everyone has an opinion, but it's like...
Yeah, like arseholes. On that note, yours has only ever been touched by, well, like the old Roman days of a stick with a cloth on it. Have you gotten to the stage of using a fishing rod yet? They're very flexible.
It doesn't make your opinion right. It doesn't make your
It kind of does.
opinion okay, especially when they're like harsh.
Doesn't matter if they're harsh. See, sticks and stones may break bones, but words will never hurt. Now, words can hurt. They can. But they don't actually physically hurt. It's all an internalized that then generates. And a lot of words that I get online that hurt me are ones that go straight to my pride. Some people know where that is because they're idiots. Right? If they've had a shit day, they have to lump it onto somebody else. That's how people usually do it. And that's fine, by the way. I don't really give a crap. I'm not going to put it on someone else, so at least I know the cycle ends, right? But with you, right, you think that those harsh words are enough to stop you, right? They should never stop you, all right? You should just get on with your bloody job, okay? Yeah, I'm with you on that, Maura. My opinion about myself outweighs what others think, right? She's definitely a dry girl. I've seen how she cooks that meat. Jesus Christ. The meat, it looks like it's being cremated first. I like toaster. Plumpy, what are you doing? My dog wants to be on my lap. Hang on. Let me go get a blanket and go put my doggy on my lap. You wait there. Move, Sizzles. Thank you. Wait there. Let me get a blanket. Hang on. Right. Blanket is See, I'll put this on my lap first, okay? Hang on. My dear darling Pwampa Pwamp. Okay. Right, let's go here. Where is she? Come here, fatty. Come on. Pwampa Pwamp! Pwampa Pwamp! Hello! Who's a good girl? Give me kisses. Where's my kisses? You yawning. I'm sorry, Sizzles. I'm sorry. You can't be up here as well. There's not enough space. Go on the bed. On the bed. Come on, bed. There you go. Pwampa Pwamp does because she's older than you. She's got lumps now from old age. There's one on her back here. She's got an age lump on her back. We can't be having this, can we? Okay. Right, what were we talking about before this? Harshness, yeah. It doesn't matter what they say, but if you allow it to control you, then you're the problem. Not them, because they're just doing it because they know they can. They are spoiled. I do need to buy another box of doggy treats. I will do that tomorrow, just to make sure they've got treats. I have to get a little thingamajiggy doodle what's in town, so I will get them another box of like marquees. Yeah. Inconsequential more dog later.
And downright degrading, and it's just hard for me. Like, I'm taking medicine for my mental health. My mental health has been so bad, genuinely, and I can't just take medicine and expect that to be like the only thing that I have to change. I have to continue the therapy. I have to block out the war.
What therapy? Because you. Oh no! There's a wire there. Don't do that, okay? Lay down, good girl. Like, I'm sorry, you don't listen to therapists unless they're fluffing your ego. Shut up. Oh, and if you want me to buy more doggy treats, even though I'm going to buy them anyway, by all means consider doing so via liking the stream. Thank you.
Or I use war as like a metaphor for just like the chaos, the toxicity, the.
Shut the carp. You's dumb. You got darker rings around your eyes than Uncle Fester.
The bad things in my life, and I need to just like keep things that serve my mental health to be better. Is that even the right grammar? Do you understand what I'm saying? Out with the bad.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm going to paraphrase it to the following. And do listen closely, guys. Turn the volume up if you need to. You're welcome.
Bad in with the good is what I'm trying to say.
Hey Amber, I have 2 questions for you.
Both bought and paid for.
So do you think that your mom's addiction may be a genetic disposition to your eating?
Oh no. She's written that question for somebody. Yes, because that means she can blame her mother.
Like possibly if addiction runs in the family, and that could be why you have a food addiction as well.
Hi Alex, hope you're well.
Like your mom had a drug addiction, and I know
Charlie Church. Last time I heard about a snow cone, it was a guy talking about a curry eating contest, and he said in it the curry was so hot he'd have to use a snow cone to wipe his ass. So I'm trying to avoid snow cones if possible, because in my head I've just got curry eating stuck in my head. I've got the review on my phone actually, but I'm using it for the chat. It's quite good.
So it is trauma based, so it might be separate. And my second question is,
Wait, before we get.
William Irvine, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. In a month's time, that's going to go on dog treats. Because I spoil my dogs.
To the second question, just to answer the first one. Yes, I have an addictive personality, and I know that 2 out of my 3 brothers.
We also know you do because we've seen how much stuff you've hoarded. How bad is it with all you had? If you hadn't bought so much crap, you'd actually have a decent sizable amount of savings in the bank. You know, Charlie Church, I'm all about helping. I'm a community guy. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll even, is it on my server still? I'll see if I can find the video. It's on my Discord, isn't it? I will scroll and I will play the audio because I'm a knob. I know which one it is as well. It's the 3rd one, I think. Is it an Instagram? It's an Instagram one. It's a review, part of a 3-parter review for a thing, and it's just the guys read it on a podcast. It's so funny, and you know what? We need a break. So is this part 3? Oh, hang on, I've got part 3 up. Have I? Not Instagram. I've got here. Okay.
Here we go. Chili number 6. Veneti's vegetarian variety.
Yeah.
Judge number 1. Thin yet bold vegetarian variety curry. Good balance of spices and peppers.
I love this.
Judge
by
number
the way.
2. The best yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Aggressive use of peppers, onions, and garlic. This is superb. Judge number 3. Frank.
This might be the right part. I can't remember.
My intestines are now a straight pipe filled with gaseous sulfuric flames. I am definitely going to shit myself if I fart, and I'm worried it will eat through the chair. No one
I'm not joking. I love this so much.
seems inclined to stand behind me except Shireen the beer maid. I cannot feel my lips anymore, and I need to wipe my ass with a snow cone ice cream.
I'm sorry. You're welcome, Charlie Church. I played that for you. I played that for you. Okay? That's all yours. Can you tell they're Australian?
Brothers do as well. We all have an addiction, and mine happens to be food.
Yours happens to be everything, Amber. Because don't forget here, Amber collected so many like wax melts, washcloths, clothes. Fam, the Taco Bell had at 2 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Had at 2 a.m. I've heard. I'll tell this story because some of you might not have heard this. Years ago, there was a creator, and he did some videos here and there in the anti-HBO community. He did a lot of dark sort of web stuff, and he one day uploaded a video on camera. This rather large, he's not massively overweight, but he was a biggish, stocky guy, balding, very small glass, look a nerd, right? Unboxing Taco Bell. He was sat on the toilet. The camera was zoomed in on his face. His face was getting redder and redder from the strain. Beads of sweat were coming down his head, and you heard the unboxing take place. It was the grimmest sounds. I had headphones on, and I was like, "You arsehole, you sent that to me." And his first response afterwards, "Arsehole seems appropriate." Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's totally fake. Like, you arsehole, you did it on purpose. Right, let's get through this ad. I've got another one of these horrible food ads I don't care about.
The financial reasons for not going inpatient isn't worth.
It's not the financial reason because she's willing to cheat code it. It's entirely because she won't give up the control. Indian food. The Taco Bell isn't, no. But the curry eating contest thing was. That was so funny. It really was.
Saving your life, or possibly saving your life. I mean, you've utilized all your resources, basically.
So I definitely think it's worth it. I just genuinely don't have the money. It's like almost $250,000, and I don't have that.
Probably because you wasted so much money over the years. Just a quick thing, by the way. You can go to alternatives. You can, like, go to the gym, but you won't do it. You won't do anything unless it involves you being pushed somewhere else. I could believe you'll try and push for a £600 knife. But you'd be the worst one because your content creator brand, you'd be so desperate to protect it. It's tragic at this point.
Hey, Queen! How's Twinkie doing?
She's really good. Thank you for asking. All right, you guys, now it's time for tea or tail.
I should pay 2 people at once there, guys. How lame.
Amberlynn never checked up on her lungs years ago. That is not true.
The stuff is annoying me. I'm moving on. I can't be asked for this video. I held the power on this video, so I don't care. 2.8k downvotes, you're welcome. The final video. I don't know what my real weight is. Vlog. 1.5k. Oh, I didn't get the winner. Downvote. 471 upvotes. Getting a snow cone, freeze watermelon. That's a good idea. It sounded fake. It did. Taco Bell will clean your clock out. Clock 2, sorry. So, on Sunday, next Sunday, there's a Taco Bell in Norwich, and David and I are going to go there before we go to a gig. Because I've always wanted to try it. I'm probably just going to grab a couple quesadillas instead. Because I'm not really a fan of, like... I don't like salad, if that makes sense. he does. I don't. I'm not big on cold vegetables or anything like that. And I'm sure if anything gets cooked, it'd be delicious. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to get something simple. Yeah. Anyway, thinking the doctor scale is broken is next level delusional. Amber, we don't want any more Q&As. They're boring. You only answer the same questions over and over. Content. Dude, your scale said you were 200 pounds lighter than you are, and you still weren't convinced it was broken. What? How are you so health conscious and scared about your health, but do nothing to change the fact you're 5'50"? Amber, we've been telling you you look bigger, and you gaslight us because you think we're fat phobic, and the scale said you, Amber, was 350 pounds, and you still had to test the scale to see if it was broken. Right. Let's crack on then.
Hello.
No. The only time you ever do something is in that crappy little thing at the beginning there. Don't try me.
What's happening right now?
Wow, by the way, just a thing. Attempted effort. Right. Okay. Those rings, though. Effort. Sus. Fishing. Waiting for it to be delivered. That's the, that's... Oh, moment to face, everyone. You're welcome.
Last hour, I am watching the live news. I keep going to the lobby because that's what they request us to do when this happens. I take my fur babies with me. We go out there until the siren stops. But this is like the 4th siren, and not many people are going in the lobby. And honestly, I feel like the lobby has a lot of windows, and I feel like my apartment's probably more safe. I have like wiped off some of my makeup.
How would you know for certain, by the way, Amber? Are you an expert on these matters? If you're not, you should always listen to the warnings. You should never act on what you think is best, because what you usually think is best... Put 200 pounds on your body, you silly bish!
Really anxious during tornado warnings, but I'm watching the live weather. I'm going to keep doing that. And I'll give you guys an update. I'm scared. Okay, guys, I think we are good from the tornado.
Oh, that's what it looks like when you slap a plaster on there. Okay.
If anyone was affected, my heart goes out to you because I know how scary it is. Like,
Nothing scary. Shut up.
I get so much anxiety when like a tornado
Shut up.
type of weather happens, warnings, watches. I literally cannot sit still.
You live in the Sooner State. Shut up. You've been there for so long. Don't try me. You're not afraid. The wind won't be able to lift you anyway, Amber.
I'm in the lobby. I'm walking down the hallway. I'm going back to my apartment. I'm back in the lobby. Then I'm in the clubhouse.
You know what that means? You're getting your steps in. The only reason you're anxious is because your body's under stress from moving so much.
Then I'm back in the elevator, going back up, going back down. I'm literally just like everywhere. Cannot
It's kind of hectic, guys.
sit still. Obviously, me and my mom checked up on each other, and I made a joke, and I was like, it looks like Zoloft isn't working because I'm taking the Zoloft for anxiety, depression, stabilize my mood a little bit, etc., etc.
Shut up. It doesn't... No, you know what? I'm going to let that play out.
But I've only been on it for 2 weeks. It's not going to work in that way. So the side effects like drowsiness or energy, vivid dreams, those type of symptoms can happen like literally just within a couple days of taking Zoloft. But like the actual...
Don't care. I don't care. I honestly could believe when they recommended some things to you, like options for antidepressants, you chose Zoloft because then you can tell everyone you're on Zoloft.
Therapeutic side effects, the reason why you're taking Zoloft, those don't start happening until like 5 to 6 weeks. But anyways, we're good over here. Tweaking with
It's okay, because until then you can keep putting on weight, can't you now?
Wasabi, we're super scared, but they're good too. So, change of topic. Time for a little Amazon haul. So something I recommend are these...
Don't care. Just the thing. As somebody that does eat, I do sometimes dabble in protein bars, but not often. I don't recommend any of these. Ever. I don't. Do you know why? Because it's better for you to eat chicken breast, egg white, and if you want to have some bone broth, have some of that too. It would be better for you to do some meal prep and do that rather than have this. Why? Because the body absorbs protein better through the natural foods. You'd know that if you bothered to put any sodding effort in. But you are quite a low effort individual, situation moment type deal, so you won't bother. I know these things from experience. That's how I know. Oh God, I have an ad on my phone. If you're getting ads, by the way, I'm really sorry. I intentionally choose conservative, and I still get you guys get ripped off. I'm not okay with that. I have no chat. Oh, fiddle shit. There it is. I don't do meal prep personally, but for someone like Amber, she should. It would be something to do. It would keep her energized and active. She'll know what's going in. But she does that thing of, oh yeah, but then it's in there, and I'm just like, I get anxiety because it might be gone off. It looks wrong. Like, you think uncooked onion's okay just because you've mildly warmed it up? Don't try me. I think the issue, Maura, and you are right, is that she, in this instance, is only using this to show off. It will only be here until it runs out and then it will never come back.
These wild protein chips. They're literally chicken chips. They're so good. So this is the Himalayan pink salts. The only flavor that I've had is the salt and vinegar. So freaking good. So that
Shut up, salt and vinegar's trash.
box comes with 8 bags that look like this, and this bag has 14 protein, and literally it's antibiotic.
13. It says so right on the front there. 13 grams of protein. What kind?
Free chicken. These are delicious. And they're always sold out like at stores, so I had to get mine from Amazon. So I did not have a toaster, so I got one. The brand is Bella. It's super cute, small, dainty. This is actually
A load of bollocks. Get a proper one. Don't be stupid. Also, don't you have an oven? Which means you have a grill? Just use that. Are you in... Oh, you know what? It's fine.
the same brand as my air fryer, which I love. So I hand wash all my dishes. I do not use the dishwasher.
You don't... Shut up. It's paper plates you use.
I think since I've lived here, I think I've opened the dishwasher like one time. And I'm kind of over the way that I dry my dishes.
Is that because you have to bend down and do it? Hi, Leona. Do they have fish chips? I don't know. Right, salt and vinegar. I'm not a fan of salt and vinegar. I'm really not. The vinegar hurts my tongue. I'm very sensitive to that flavour, but it's not horrendous. Let's see, what I missed something. Another waste of money. Yes, it is. I couldn't agree more. I have a Weber cube. Nothing wrong with that. I would rather do toast on a grill because I then don't have to waste my energy cleaning crumbs out of a toaster. It's not overly difficult, but I like toast because I can absolutely cremate the crap out of it and put some really nice salted butter on it. It's even better. Nice and thick as well, so a nice bit of white softness in the middle.
Like, we've gone in stages, okay?
Butt end's
when
my
I first moved here,
favourite.
I used to just dry them on a paper towel. And then I elevated up to a towel, like a kitchen
Because you're wasteful, Lynn. Then you went up to Scanclin when you realised you need the waste towels for all your thirst posting.
towel. And then I went even further and I got an actual, like, drying dish mat. But I'm over it. So we are now elevating it.
Wasteland.
Again, it comes with this guy, this
Don't care.
thingy-majigger. So I like this because there's actually an
In my house we have a rack, because we have a small kitchen, and it's a two-tier rack, so plates go on the top and cups and all that go underneath, and there's two hangers on each end, and they have all the knives, forks and other cutlery utensils go onto that. I don't care. I wash it every other week to make sure it stays perfect. And hi, Keto Lisa, I hope you're doing well today. Hope everyone that joins is having a marvellous day. Don't forget to smash the like if you enjoyed the stream. And if you do want to support the stream, smash the like again and again and again until you've actually liked it. Or if you want to smash the coffee goal, it's right there, the pinned comment.
an area to put, like, my plates and
Okay,
stuff.
stop moving,
Before, like,
okay.
I didn't have all that. So I'll show you, like, a before and after when I set this up. So last but not least, I have opened the box, but I haven't actually opened, like, the actual package here.
What is
So I got
that?
one of these skull pandas. I thought they were so adorable.
See, this is where you really do just waste money on things that I don't care about.
So you can get one of the 6. Personally, for me, I want either Wanderer's Tune or Partita. Like,
I don't care. This is... Plumpy, you're moving closer to the edge of my leg and you're going to fall off, okay? Don't do that because you're too old to fall, okay? I'm too old to fall, but you're older, okay? With that through... I'm sorry you do, Xylee. No one cares. Yeah, no one cares. This is just some, I assume, weeby bullcrap. I don't care.
so cute. Wanderer's Tune is this one. Partita is this one. So let's open it together. Moment of
Could
truth.
someone tell me how much those things cost, by the way?
Oh my god, wait, she's so cute! I literally want every single one. So I got Rock On. Look how adorable she is.
Don't care.
I want to collect all 6 of them so bad. Look how freaking cute. So you
Yeah,
can
but
use it as a keychain. I'm genuinely obsessed, and it's such good quality. I can't get over it. All right, guys. It's
I'd rather watch this ad. in your commentary. Then I understand, Xylee. I really do. Let me just mute this, and Plumpy, you need to stop moving, okay? Because you're gonna fall off. Oh, it's War of the Worlds. That's why. I can see Tom Cruise running. I saw an ad today for the new James Bond game, a picture of it, and I actually thought it was Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible. Pop Mart. Oh, fair enough. I'm kind of curious what they cost. What was it called again?
So you can get one.
So it's a Pop Mart thing. Skull Panda. Right, where's my... Oh, you're on my phone. Right, let's have a look. I'm on my phone. Skull Panda. No, that's skill, not Skull Panda. Pop Mart. They cost... well, an entire box is 126. They're £13.50. That's not too bad, actually, but I still think it's a waste of money. For her, it's money. It's $15 down the drain, basically. $1's creepy. I'll take your word for it. I'm so indifferent.
Alright, so thankfully I did not need a knife for that. So I didn't realize it, but it feels like wood or fake wood. I don't know. The way that they described it on Amazon, they were like, yeah, it's stone.
You know what you should do, Amber? Instead of buying things online, just novel idea of going to the shops and looking at it, getting a feel for it, you know, rather than just getting something you just like the look of.
Girl, that is not stone. Our dedicated team is here to assist you with any questions or issues. Thank you. I think I got it covered though. Alright, so I saw the pictures online. Some people had it like this, and then this was like this. Some people had this like this. I already know what I'm gonna do. I'll show you guys in a second. I'm gonna do a before and after. So currently this is what I use on my island to
I don't care. This is not content.
dry my dishes. I've had it on this side for a while, but I'm ready to have it on this side. So I'm gonna put it over here. But I am gonna get rid of
I
this.
just seen where she puts her Legos next to her TV. Man, you are about to become a hoarder. You're going to buy another unit just to stack
This is
that
actually
crap.
my mom's Tupperware because her fiance made dinner and they gave me some. It was potatoes, cabbage, and corned beef. It was super
And
delicious.
I'm not surprised that dish is as big as it is, Amber. Seriously. Plumpy, you've
So I had
moved
some of
under my
that.
arm.
So I washed this. I'm gonna give it to her next time I see her. Put this away in here. I
Okay.
usually have this like super organized.
David has the same plates. My friend David. This is not content, Amber.
For some reason, this is on there. Like I have all of my glass Tupperware perfectly organized, and then this container for the lids. All right, so there it is. But we have to test it first. It low key just seems like I don't know if a big plate is gonna hold up very well. So here's a smaller one.
You know what that's meant to do, right? It drains the water off, you donut.
Oh my god, does it even fit? Yes, okay. But then here is the bigger guy of it.
Oh my god, you're actually stupid.
Okay.
You're actually
I have to
stupid.
like press down a little bit for it to be
Hey,
super sturdy. I guess
Plumpy.
it makes sense. So I genuinely think this is better than what I usually do, which is just this. All right, have fun drying. I genuinely don't eat.
Just a quick thing. If you want a plate to dry, make sure that there are no lips going vertical that prevent water from escaping it. You need to turn the plate over to stop water from pooling. Plumpy, you need to stop moving so much, you bish. You're a bish. Bish. Yeah. Good girl. And that is a platter, yeah. That's what Eddie Hall eats off, but he's one of the world's strongest men. I'm not surprised, whereas you just know. He doesn't lie about his calories, though. He's very open about the thousands of calories he eats. Oh yeah, the colour would have been in the description.
Even want to talk about this, but for transparency reasons, I
Here we go. Here's the good stuff, guys. Brace yourselves. It's that time of year again. Amber's gonna tell us the truth. Are ya ready?
feel like I have to because it's the right thing to do. As you guys know, I have been weighing myself and doing weigh-in videos for you guys, but also simultaneously, I have
Sorry, you're what? Say it again?
and doing weigh-in videos for you guys, but also simultaneously.
Simultaneously. Do you mean simultaneously? I'm not going to mock someone for how they choose to pronounce a word too much, but simultaneously is not the word. There's an L missing. You're welcome. I'm trying my best, Kat, but I can't do very good accents. I can barely do an English one. Adds a new... Lena, we'd be destroyed if we did that. Simultaneously, everyone, by the way.
I have been feeling anxiety about my health, and I've been vocal with that.
Is that because of the massive amount of weight being pressed against your body? Because I get that when I put on like 2 pounds. I can't imagine how it feels when you put on a couple of hundred. I'm glad it's better than yours, at least. A small consolation. Your title made me chuckle. The third person, right? I try what I can. I try my best, but sometimes those cute little titles go over people's heads. You bought silver. I buy silver instead.
And I haven't been saying why. So with the weigh-ins, I've been like staying the same, but
gaining and losing, gaining and... Amber, I'll tell you why you're doing the same. It's not just because your scales are wrong, it's because... You're not changing anything, you silly bish. In fact, you've done nothing to improve your quality of life, beyond driving yourself into the ground without a vehicle. You're welcome.
Within the 10 weigh-ins that I did do during those last 10 weeks, in total I was down like 7 pounds. But then, simultaneously, I'm over here like...
Oh gosh, you said it again. Oh no, my language skills. I have a neighbour that can't say certificate and says certificate. And instead of domestos, the bleach, she says domestimos. In my chat, there is somebody who can't say parallelogram. Honestly. And gold is far too expensive right now, so is platinum. The value's gone up too high. Silver is more affordable. I buy ounce coins, much easier. Put them to one side, ignore it, much easier. Hi, just a girl, hope you're well. Hello, Deborah. Hope everyone that joins is having a marvellous day today. Thank you for being here, guys. Don't forget if you enjoyed the stream to smash the like and obviously give me all your money. But mostly the
my
likes.
breathing isn't as good anymore. I feel...
Have you got a CPAP? Because I hear they work wonders.
Super swollen every day. I feel more...
Probably because of the salt, am I right, guys?
Like, it's hard for me to do daily activities. And it was making my anxiety so bad. So that's why I was like, what is going on with my health? Because...
Deterioration. There you go, I've done it for you. I couldn't say permanent for the longest time. Nothing wrong with that. Again, everyone has had words in the... I got done in by the word subtle in a spelling contest once. I'd never seen it. I'd never said it. And that made sense because my family mostly are the most unsubtle people you'll ever come across. I got done in by a silent B, and I didn't know it existed. I didn't know the word. It was the most embarrassing day of my life. Yeah, that's the most embarrassing one.
Because over here, my...
no, that is Sizzles, the other cavalier snoring. Wizzy Woo doesn't snore. She's under my arm, sleeping very comfortably, I might add. My arm is dead, though.
Scale is saying that I'm not gaining weight, but simultaneously, my body genuinely feels like it is. So
with soldier and shoulder, Lotus Page. I assume you mean soldier, because, or solider. Soldier or solider, because I may have misread your input accidentally there, because I wasn't entirely sure whether solider and shoulder sounded similar or not. The person that fights or solider? Oh, okay. Okay, so I have to offer you a minor correction. The I goes after the D. Yeah. I understand though the kind of, in that instance I kind of get it. It's like wheres, the two wheres. I used to get those wrong when I was a kid, and the theirs as well. The two, not the three. They are, I never got wrong, but they're the location and they're the person. I always got those wrong, and where and were, I never got those right.
So when I went to the
It's all good. Your apology has been accepted, Lotus Page. You shall not be punished this time round.
doctor, they did weigh me. It was completely different than what was on my scale here at
Well, it's probably because you don't weigh yourself properly anyway, Amber.
home. That happens. I didn't think anything of it at the time. It was kind of shocking to see. I didn't mention this in my video because I think I was like lying to myself. I was telling myself
I mean, you can lie yourself who you like, but when your mouth now starts to resemble part of Yoda's face, but the rest of your face resembles that of a beach ball, one starts to call into question what the hell's going on. And by the way, her mouth resembling Yoda's is that the lines on the side are very defined on the front part that I've now covered my face of. Yeah, that's about it. Not the colour.
That their scale's broken.
The green colour will come in later.
But mine's not. But then 4 days ago, I stepped on the scale and it said I weighed 350.
You didn't weigh okay, I'm so sorry. Right, I didn't weigh. Sorry, I didn't. You didn't weigh 350. I've never weighed 350. Jeez, I've never been in 300s. I've never weighed more than when I played American football. Most I weighed was 250, and that was because I actually did football, and it was so painful. I had to lose the weight. It was just too much. Okay. I can't. I wasn't built. I was playing linebacker. It didn't work. All right. I went back to. I just played wide receive because I was faster. No, you, Amber, haven't been 350 in your entire time on YouTube. In fact, you went up exponentially.
And that was when I like flashed back, and I was like, wait a minute. Is my scale broke? I was like, something's off.
Wilson!
Like, genuinely be honest with yourself. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a gallon of water on the scale because literally, you know exactly how much a gallon of water weighs. It kept saying it only weighed a pound, and I'm like, that's not how.
If the padded bra's doing wonders, just think when she stretches her arms, the lower part of her body becomes more pronounced. Her shoulders and her hips, man, the T-Rex arms, they're just not doing that.
How much a gallon of water weighs? It doesn't weigh a pound. Like everyone knows, a gallon of water is about 8 pounds. So then I decided.
No one cares, Amber. You're not holding fluids. Shut up.
To change the batteries because I was like, okay, maybe it's just the batteries. So long story short,
F in the chat for Wilson.
I think that the doctor's scale was actually right. I don't know. My scale is broke. I did drop it a few months ago. I didn't think anything of it. I was sweeping the floor. I had it on the corner of the sink. It fell. I genuinely thought it still worked. But switching the batteries out only made it more like hectoconic. I don't know. I'm really...
That's not a word. Shut up.
Upset. I ordered a new scale and it's going to be here in a couple days.
So you wasted more money. Gotcha.
And I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Yeah, I am though, Amber. I am so excited because once that thing's calibrated, we're going to get an accurate number of what you actually weigh. But then it's still not really going to be accurate. It'll be the number you give us after you've held onto a railing.
Like, I should have listened to my body more because my body...
Oh, Amber, shut up. You listen to your body all the time. It tells you, yo, Bish, we're hungry. Oh, that's right. Let's get some more munching, Ash.
Body was telling me, Amberlyn, you're gaining weight, while I had a broken scale telling me, oh, girl, no, you're actually this size. Like, I don't know.
Amber, it doesn't matter. Because either way, your scales are telling us you're over 500 pounds. I know you weigh a lot more because your head is monstrous. Look at your head. With that hairstyle, which is really unflattering, by the way. Okay? Your face looks incredibly wide. You're starting to look more jaundiced by the day. The rings and the bags around your eyes are getting more pronounced. The lines down the side of your nose to your chin are even more pronounced. And let's not talk about the other chin. Fam. That's gotten bigger over the past 12 months. Don't try me, it has as well, by the way. Like, everything you've done it onto yourself, and you've done it on purpose, and you've done nothing to improve yourself. You keep claiming you want to, and you really don't. You don't care about Amber, you only care about what you can shove in your face, and what you can pretend is the real you. You're as bad as Chris Chan believing in C197.
So really upset about it. Alright, you guys, so today is Tuesday, so
Shut up.
Hi, darling.
No. There we go. Sorry, I realised I hadn't muted the ad. There we go. Back here.
Stream. So I'm actually about to go live. I have 6 minutes.
Don't care.
So I'm going to get it ready now.
Don't care.
Sometimes I have this annoying glitch.
Is it the one where you make your chin disappear slightly because you add filters to your phone? Because I see one right here. Just where that line looks really defined and slightly sharp.
Where it won't let me use my camera or my microphone. But all I usually have to do is
turn the filters off.
Delete one of my tabs.
Oh, thank you, William, again for the super chat. I really appreciate that. She's definitely a philosopher. That's more dog treats next month. Very grateful for that. If anyone wants more dog treats, of course, coffee. But yes, we'll happily accept that. It's very generous of you.
So I have a lot of tabs open because I watch a lot of different YouTube videos. I can only handle a few minutes.
And mostly your haters. You're right.
couple minutes at a time. It's hard for me to just like sit and watch something. I think I'm gonna title this one Tornado.
Is that because you don't care enough to watch things? Or is it because is it because you have something else on your screen you'd rather watch, like rinse repeat videos like your cookie crumble video, or other content that's been uploaded to feeder sites that you totally had nothing to do with?
Because that is literally what I've been experiencing today.
Figuratively, you're welcome.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna title this one Tornado.
She's in her 30s. Of course, the hairstyle doesn't work for her. There are people in their 20s. It doesn't work for them either. She's got too wide a head. That's a monstrous head.
Warning, because I've had multiple of those today, and sometimes when the weather's really bad, like super windy, etc., the internet gets so wonky, and it's annoying because I pay a lot for my internet and I have no other like internet options. I have like the best one. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. When the internet messes up, I literally just
I think they look like dog tails that have feces in.
restart the live. It doesn't seem like it bothers people. All right.
Oh, sorry, dog ears. My mistake. No, dog tails. Maybe horse
ready
ones.
to go? Okay, I have 2 minutes before my live starts, but immediately someone is like,
Don't care.
please address the black folding chair situation type deal by the door. And I was like sitting here like, what? And then I looked over and I'm like, oh, that folding chair I have had for literally ever. I've never used it since I've been in this apartment. It's just a random folding chair, but I have it sitting there because it used to be in my closet, but I want my mom to come pick it up because
you can't do anything with it and you're useless.
I have a few boxes for her, so I'm gonna let her have the
Don't care.
chair. So
That's what you want. Sloppy seconds. Hand-me-downs from your own daughter. Wow. Times must be tough. Honestly.
the reason why it's sitting there. That is such a random thing. Like, I feel like people genuinely make a mountain out of a molehill. Or
I don't think they're making a mountain out of a molehill. They're just highlighting something to engage. You're just trying to make it seem like, guys, you read too much into what you see. I could believe that chair is actually there because you just need somewhere to sit down where there's a decent backing on it, knowing you can put all your weight into it without it shattering or tearing. Oh, you're right, that's why. Sorry. I think I'm getting tired. Lotus Page, you are quite right. It would collapse under her weight. You're actually correct. My apologies. She'd be pretty if she was fit. I'm sure Amber would actually be very pretty if she bothered to look after herself. But because of the damage she's now done, I don't think even if she managed to lose all the weight, she'd salvage. Because a lot of her problems aren't just physical. They're also internalized. They're the ones where she can't be anything else. This version of her will always exist. And because she can't internally change, she will never physically change.
literally a mountain out of something like that's literally this small. It's literally just...
Can you stop saying literally, because it's figuratively, and also you say it that way to make yourself seem cute. You're 30 plus years old and you have pigtails and your receding hairline.
It's a folding chair that's sitting against my wall for my mom. How weird. All right.
You did that on purpose. I'm just going to go back for like a split second.
Just a folding chair that's sitting against my wall for my mom. How weird.
There we go. That's the angle she did on purpose, because she knows that someone like me is going to go and print screen. Yep, I now have that for a future thumbnail. Why? Because you've done it on purpose. You're baiting people out for this, and this here is the reason why. By the way, this is how I know how bad your face really is. I can now see all the little divots, crevices, and effort going in to make it look better. But let's face it here, no is the answer. Oh, I've turned my phone off. That's, well, screen off. There we go. I can now see you lovely people. Hi! Cheek is pointy. Yeah, it's filters. She's put a filter on here. Somebody is starting to use them.
Weird. Alright, you guys, so I've been sitting here editing my vlog. I actually finished my live stream about...
By the way, is it really editing a vlog, considering all you do is sit in the exact same area, doing the exact same thing, day in and day out?
An hour ago. It went really good. I feel like live streams have been just really great lately, and
You mean members only? Because if you did real live streams, you'd get heckled to high hell. It's the reason you won't do them. You got beaten the fuck off like you now all those years ago because people were in on you the whole time, and you ignored all of it, which was hilarious. I do more editing, and I have still image avatars. Like, honestly.
I appreciate it so much. There was like,
Doubt.
I don't know if it was a troll or what, but they sent me like $70 in super chat and then like called me a cow. But a couple weeks ago, they
I'm glad they did, but $70 is a bit much for it.
were hitting on me so hardcore. Like, they were just thinking I was the person who hung the moon. So that was
Doubt. Citation needed, Amber. If you can edit your little vlogs, you can edit in little bits just to show us the proof with your chat. Otherwise, it's a baseless assertion and we can now disregard it because it's a lie. You're welcome.
that was some entertainment. And also I talked a little bit more about foster care and told a story time or two about it. I don't know.
So,
I feel
lies.
like I really,
Because I'm all about helping here.
really love my live streams. Like, genuinely.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you'd do more of them. And if you loved live streaming, you'd consider multi-streaming. It's not overly complicated, by the way.
And I want everyone to be a part of my members' live streams. Like, there's a whole community of people, and I look forward to speaking to you guys every single week. I'm like, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. I wonder how so-and-so is doing. Like, it's just so fun to me.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is, but my enablers, guys. My enablers, I need to know they're still here, guys. I can't wait till next week to see if they're still here, guys. It's literally the best thing ever. Hi, Moon Prism. Weird Y2K-ish fashion is her trying to relive her teens where she didn't have any money. I could agree with that. I agree. Yeah. Oh yeah, she opens her mouth, William. 100%. I don't understand how someone can be this lazy. I don't get it either, to be honest. And I say this because I work every day. I mean, and there's not just the YouTube side of things. I work. I have a job. And if I'm not doing that, I'm doing something else because I don't like not being busy. You know, I get bored so easily. But she actually just does nothing. I try and make time to play games, video games, and I don't at the moment as much as I'd like to because I get bored. I just don't. I should just sit there and play a game one day, but I just don't. I want to. I was playing Pokemon not so long ago. I really should do that more.
Anyways, I'm going to keep editing this vlog. Alright, so I just had to get out my printer. My apartment is so itty bitty. I have nowhere to like have it set up, so I have to have it put away at all times. So when I need to print out something, I have to like get it out. It's this whole thing. But
I just want to announce my yawn. And your hair's greasy. You're welcome.
I had to print out some paperwork because I'm actually about to get labs done tomorrow. My doctor actually is checking me for an autoimmune disorder, which is called Hashimoto's, I'm pretty sure. So it's an autoimmune disorder that like attacks your thyroid. So he wants to find out like the underlying reason for the reason why I have hypothyroidism. So I had to print out my lab request for that. So when I was showing weekly Lego
Don't care.
updates, it seems like people were hating it. Sometimes it does take
Because it's boring. Unless you're actually going to show us you building Legos, it's redundant.
me longer to do a Lego, and sometimes it takes me like 2 seconds.
That is the most... Look at the angle of this, by the way. And print screen. It is such an unflattering angle. And you look like your liver is failing.
Sometimes I'll do multiple Legos in a week, and sometimes I'll do one Lego every couple of months.
Oh, that's a better one. I like that one more. You're welcome.
But I'm always working on it. Meaning some days I'll build for hours, other days just for a couple of minutes. And
Don't care.
in that couple of minutes era because I do have like so many different hobbies and things that I'm doing every day. But I heard people loud and clear. You guys want to watch the progression?
Steam Shop has nothing at the moment. I have looked for something new, different for an age now. Wait, what did I say? Oh, video games, new stuff. Yeah, I think it's more I have games as well that I want to play and I just don't. It happens because I'd rather be busy right now. And that's fine, priorities change. Yeah? Will a doctor ever diagnose Amber with hypochondria? I think go with Munchausen's. I think Munchausen's would be a better option because she believes she has everything and she never proves any of it. So I could believe, while talking out of her ass, that she has, or believes she has, all these conditions that she doesn't have.
Of my builds, so I'm going to show them to you guys. So if you guys remember, these are the last two that I did and I showed
Don't care.
you. Now I'm working on this third one, and this is how much
Don't care.
I have done so far. So that's my update for you guys.
Why don't you show us you building it, you silly cowbag? I told you this when we streamed on the main channel, or on the video, sorry, whatever, somewhere, that you should stream this stuff because people on TikTok live stream this, and I think it's actually kind of cool because you're doing something. You're just telling us you've done it. How's that a vlog? Oh, guys, look, I've made it. I didn't show you the part where I made it, but I've made it. Is that because you're worried that by streaming you might make a mistake and then people will point and go, "Hey, you're stupid, Russ"? No, we won't. Oh, No Man's Sky. That's an option. Signs of possible ADHD. Oh, me or her? Hashimoto's. I know nothing of Hashimoto's. I don't know anything about it. I ignored it on purpose because if she has it, she'll start telling everyone she has it. Guys, my hypothyroidism's caused by Hashimoto's. Like, I need to tell you about this regimen of medications I'm now on that I totally did buy out of a boot of someone's car down an alleyway behind a pharmacy. A pharmacy that also doubled up as a KFC. Last game I played was Ships at Sea because I streamed it earlier.
Guys. Okay, guys, so I just...
Monday CRM has the best AI
Why can't
features
I...
in the
Oi!
game.
Especially in
Oi!
sales.
Hands down.
So for me,
Let me turn that ad off, you bastards. How dare you? How dare you do that to me, you assholes? Unless you're bullshit. No one wants your bullcrap ads in the first place. Don't do that. I basically only got to have it muted and wait for 1 second. Oh, Omegon, diagnosed Amber talking ass. She does have talking ass syndrome. Yeah, I don't want to see the mesh either, but annoyingly, it's what she's done.
TikTok for the first time in literally forever.
Yeah, we know, because we saw you do the whole coy looking to the side thing twice each way, lip syncing, biting your lip, and pulling on your hair. In fact, I can go to it now, because here it is, look. Look to the side, look down, touch self, look to the side, pull hair. Well then. The looking down thing as well, like, it's the same bullcrap. Same thing, and she's wearing the same outfit, by the way. Oh, look at me, I'm so sweet and innocent and shy, guys. I'm going to look away, look down, look away, touch myself, look away, look down, pull my hair. This is what you call an ad. Back in the day, this would have been on Craigslist.
I used to post TikToks all the time, but I don't
Yeah, you were viral and successful and, like, hectic.
know. I stopped. I was in like a depressive
Yeah, because you weren't making any money off it and you realised.
episode. Wasn't feeling the greatest about myself. I mean, I'm not gonna I sit here and say I feel like the greatest about myself, but a lot of things can happen at once.
Yin Yang, I hope your Switch gets repaired in no time at all.
You can have fun. You can feel sexy, all while trying to...
First post on TikTok because you need a new girlfriend. And by the way, 823,000 at your Grammys bullcrap, which we'll play. Just, yep, this is Amber back in, well, the 2nd. Oh no, the 5th of Feb, sorry, you do it the other way around. This is you dancing, everyone. Fam, you are wider than you are tall. Okay.
be proactive and becoming a healthier version of yourself.
Problem with that is you don't know how to be proactive, because to be proactive means putting effort into something. And since you are the definition of low effort and never bothering, it is unlikely.
Like, you only live once. Just because you're trying to...
Not for very long, though. Oh, I clicked. Sorry. Wait, hang on. I missed... Oh, here we go.
norm of, like, what's attractive doesn't mean that
You're not attractive.
you cannot feel that way. There's a song
You're not attractive.
that I've been obsessed with personally, and
You're not attractive, though.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post a TikTok. So you guys should...
First post, yes, you're right, and you're not attractive. You're welcome. I'm all about helping. I think it's right sometimes just to give everyone the reality check they require. I've often said I'm the elephant man because I'm English, I'm allowed to say these things. You, though, are just ugly on the outside, ugly on the inside. The only way you can post anything that looks moderately interesting, according to you, involves chest and up. We call it a bust. Because you know if you post anything further down with that mesh on, them stretch marks are going to look a bit obvious. As will the horrendous damage done.
should definitely go over there.
She
Give it a look, see
blabbers
if
on
you
about-
want
she
to.
does.
But yeah, it's just fun
She does,
being
Laura,
carefree
100%.
sometimes. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But
You're not carefree, Amber. You're too insecure. Don't try me. I'm getting tired. We'll finish this. Don't you worry. We'll
I'm
get
gonna put my
there.
clothing back on. Guys, now that I have
Oh, thank God for that.
decided against the sink water, tap water comes from the literal kitchen sink. Like, I
Don't care. It's water. Get used to it, bitch.
understand it's a faucet. I understand it's tap water. But it's coming from a sink. So to
Don't care.
me, it's sink water. But ever since
You do realise that... Okay. Okay. You use that same water to clean your dishes. But you think that water's bad, even though you add soap to it. Okay. You put it through a filter and it still doesn't taste perfect. Of course it doesn't. But it has removed some of the metallic qualities that perhaps make the water less palatable. I know you guys in America are a bit different about your water.
New
compared to us.
donation from Felicia.
Felicia, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. It's incredibly generous of everyone that's donated today. Ding. I hope everyone's having a great day and enjoying the stream. But yeah, no. You, Amber, are making a mountain out of a molehill over something that isn't even a bump in the road. Like, don't try me. There's no arguing, I know. I drink tap water, and if you have to add a flavour to it, get some sugar-free squash. It's not overly difficult. Like, just do that. Keep it simple.
I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to be drinking my gallons of water, which I do. I just buy gallons of water, and I put some
By the way, no you don't. Don't try me. You don't. You drink gallons of soda. Don't try me, Amber.
ice in here, and it has been like the easiest, breeziest water consumption I've ever had in my life.
I just
like, I
drink
genuinely
water.
every single day look forward to waking up,
I've got a bottle of
cleaning
water
this,
next to me,
refilling it.
which
By
is
the way,
refilled from a
please
tap.
clean it. Someone sent me a video of someone not cleaning out this part right here, and they ended up like going to the hospital because they didn't take it out because there was like mold in there. You guys, remember to clean your cups. I have too much of
Shut up, Amber.
like anxieties.
No, you have too much selfishness, narcissism, disgusting, and filthy booty. Shelf booty.
About things getting bacteria'd. So things like that are very easy for me to remember. I clean this every single day. So
And yeah, she does make her ice with tap water. She's not as pretentious as Gwyneth Paltrow that says use it with mineral water or something.
Alongside vlogs, I'm still going to be filming Let's Talk videos. Vlogs and Let's Talk videos.
She lies like a rug. Oh, that's such a good way of putting it.
Get the most views. I want to give you guys what you want. I love
Mukbangs then, yeah?
vlogging. I love being
Hang on. You love vlogging, yeah, Amber? Okay, let's go to your channel. Okay. I'm going to scroll a year back. We're at 30,000, okay? Let's keep going. Come on. Oh, that thumbnail, though. That is a horrible picture there. Let's keep going. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Keep going. 11 months. Oh, we're nearly there. Nearly there. 1 year. Ooh. Your views are down minimum 10k in the space of a year. Bitch! You're not giving the fans what they want then, are you? Like, seriously. How stupid are you? Honestly. Your views are hemorrhaging.
interviewed by you guys, answering your guys' questions, rumors, whatever it may be. I'm still going to have weigh-ins, what I ate today's
Doubt.
within my vlogs, whenever my scale comes, which I'm really nervous for because it's
Gonna tell you the truth, maybe, and then you won't tell us, or you might tell us. You'll bite the bullet on it first.
it's a mixture of like, okay, I know my scale's broken, but like, is the doctor's also maybe off because I am so much bigger and sometimes doctor's office don't have scales that like work really well with my type of size. Like that has happened in the past. So I feel like my weight is just like really unknown at this moment. Or was my scale?
Is it really a vlog? Well, it's a video log, but she's done it in the more Star Trek-y way of and YouTube way of just recapping an event as opposed to actually telling us, showing us what she's done. Showing, not telling. Telling is part of the showing, so showing is the important part. The practical application. Let's go with that.
Still actually working during all those weigh-in times, and
I'm more interested in the mole on the side of your nose than I am with anything else you're doing right now.
just recently broke. I don't know, like none of it makes sense to me. But if you guys want to send me a voice memo, you still can do that by going to my Instagram at hectic.amb.
Not happening.
Send me a microphone
Don't care.
emoji. I will send you a smiley face back so then you can send me a voice message asking whatever you like. So I want to do one card oracle. I'm going to be doing Shine from the inside. I really like how positive these
She can't shuffle for shit. And also tarot readings are bollocks.
oracle cards are. Oh, there's already a card that's just for me. Believe in yourself. Unleash your inner unicorn. Look how beautiful that is. The enchanted
Don't care.
unicorn embodies the feminine yin energy of the moon and represents magic, mystery, intuition, innocence, courage, wisdom, fulfillment, and abundance. It connects us with our truest essence by teaching us to trust our own
And yes, what everyone said to you, Charlie, 100%. Okay?
intuition and believe in our own unique sparkle magic. Our inner unicorn.
Oh my god, are you reading from My Little Pony or something? Because, quite frankly, what you've just read is a load of old pony as well. No one cares. A load of crap. Alright? You're trying to seem introspective and philosophical, but all you're doing is showing us that you really do fluff your own ego, and you have to because of how shitty your life is. I can't stomach this video anymore, by the way, guys. It's actually pissing me off. It's too much. So here, suffer this for a few minutes. Yes, this is what everyone wants to see, guys, because it's totally not an advert for a new girlfriend. You're welcome. By the way, the looking down at her chest thing is so beyond cringe. It's so beyond cringe, okay? I can't be bothered, alright? We're back here. Okay, right, so I am streaming tomorrow on the main channel. I'm going to quickly go and like the super chats from tonight because I haven't done that yet. There we go. I'm going to have to go because I need to shut the cabin down and do a few bits. But we're on the main channel tomorrow for Foodie Beauty, asking where is she. She might be back by then, you never know. I do deserve a buzzball. We'll save one for Saturday if we're lucky. Okay, we've got one left anyway, and I need to actually go and buy another. Thanks for joining, guys. Let me have a look at the polls. It's still here. Okay, 50% of you apparently enjoyed her recent thirst post. Was that Shirk and all Shirk's like sock accounts? I can believe that. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow on the main channel. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donations of a coffee and the super chats, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta.